So I was watching a YouTube short where they're trying to portray hydrochloric acid. If you've ever handled it or seen it or know what it looks like, it looks like water, which is fucking terrifying because its fumes are not so good for you, right? Uh, the show made it like a dark green Gatorade color, and immediately somebody in the comment section was like, "That's the type of acid that turns you into a supervillain. Go bathe in it." Okay, Hollywood's got this problem where they're trying so hard to make things look scary that it ends up turning into a clown show. All right, because the reality of hydrochloric acid is terrifying because it just looks like water that's a little steamy. All right, so with that in mind, I mean, visual effects are great, but sometimes not using added visual additive actually makes the thing more scary. If you're trying to portray like chlorine gas or something, yeah, add your coloration and visual effects to your little fog machine because that's terrifying in its own right, you know. But this problem is probably actually even comes from chlorine gas because chlorine gas has like, it's typical green chlorine color and it's a gas form that's just flooding at you like a fog. Uh, Super dangerous. It is an acid, which is why a lot of gas masks can't handle it. A lot of the older ones, because eventually it'll eat and corrode through the filters, and then you're breathing it in, and then you die anyways. Nowadays we have things like the C50 gas mask, which has been used for 10 plus years now and has not been changed out because it just handles everything and it's so good that with the right filter you can use it for chlorine gas to radiology to an HVAC ammonia system. You can go buy one off of Amazon for fucking $189 and then go buy a filter for $70, right? But the thing with that is yeah, chlorine gas is terrifying. Yeah, it has a fantastical neon green color that just makes you go, that's not natural. But taking that idea and applying it to everything else doesn't work. Okay, it turns it into a clown show. It makes it ridiculous to take your show seriously. I understand that chlorine gas was so terrifying and it had these characteristics, but that doesn't mean that if you apply those characteristics to everything else, that it's going to make your TV show more dramatic. It's actually just going to make it look stupid.